You know, I've read a lot of the comments below in regard of this particular video saying, oh, I've stolen Gazzo's show, or I'm copying Gazzo's show. Well, that in of itself is true. I am copying, but the thing is, I studied under him. I trained with him. I shared a flat with him. I worked with him in Miami, London, Edinburgh, and actually saw him at the Magic Castle in Hollywood. Yeah, I've travelled around the world. I went over to Hollywood specifically to see this guy, heard so much about him. Then I caught up with him in Miami. This was so many years ago, maybe around 10 years ago. Then he hit London and did a lecture, a masterclass. And I went into the masterclass and learned exactly how to do what he does, because that's what he was teaching, that's what he was selling, that's what he was giving away. And I bought the pouch, and I bought the cups, and I bought the man, made the table, you know, everything. You know, I'm not as creative as, say, Charlie Caper. I'm not as creative as, say, Nick Nicholas. But I bought what Gazzo was selling, and I have the right to do it. It might not be the best thing from my perspective, because there's no higher ladder that I'm climbing, but I've been traveling around the world with it for 10 years, and it's been making me oodles and oodles and oodles of cash, which is a lot better than that little plastic thing or little magic trick you bought at Blackpool. I've actually been earning a living doing this. So think before you actually post, oh, you stole it from Gazzo. Bullshit! I've actually paid for it, I've actually studied it, I've actually worked it, and I'm not exactly like Gazzo, although it's very, very, very simple. Gazzo doesn't swallow a balloon. And yeah, I do all the thing. You know why I do the stuff that Gazzo taught me? Because it works. And to those who don't know me, my character was very similar to Gazzo's right from the get-go. Even when we shared a picture of Miami and I was doing a chop cup, there was similarities, that backbiting, sniping sort of attack on an audience. I was doing that before I learned it from Gazzo, and before I'd even heard of Gazzo, because it's what's born of the streets. When you work the streets, this is what happens. You don't just stand there on the streets and go, oh, this is nice, oh, look, I'm doing some magic, man. Magic bullshit! It's all about keeping people on board. It's all about entertaining. If you can stand there and entertain, look, if you can stand there and whistle Dixie and entertain and put your hand out and get money for it, more power to you. But if you have to lug, you know, I've seen people on the streets doing magic shows coming up with huge, massive props, and they don't get an audience. The props do not make it the man. It's the show. It's the show. Anyway, for those that post that I'm a thief, oh, I'm not a bloody thief. Read what we write below and listen to these freaking bloody video replies. You know, it really pisses me off. But then again, this is the path that I've taken. I should learn to know that I won't have respect from people such as those who post negative comments, because, you know, this is the path I've taken. Anyway, MagicNewsTelevision.com. Get on board. We're pre-launch, and it's kick-ass. I would, wouldn't you?